just tryna gas you up. Out here tryna get a buzz. Steady looking for a plug. But you know who to trust. Yeah, but I ain't even tripping no more. I ain't tryna find no new friends no more. Family done all turn fake at the door. Your loyalty just don't exist no more. Got a lot to say to me. Got me wonder how I do it. Ain't nobody gonna know it. But the drip steady showing. Yeah, you know it is. Working and working, you know I just can't get enough. Can't get it up. Every time I get to the bag, like I'm in the rush. I'm running, now you run it up. Run the money. The money, I'm counting it up. Woo!
No. Welcome everybody. This is Truth Herbs Podcast. I am your host, Miss Shani, aka Miss Diva Style Entertainment.
Hey.
Let me introduce my panel. We got Miss Q.
Hey, Q.
We got Miss Shelly Shell.
Hello,
She is good.
Everybody. Hello.
So we have a plethora of topics on today.
A plethora.
Because I feel that Truth Hurts needs to address a couple of different subjects that are sensitive currently in today's headlines. So our first one I want to talk about is race in America, being black in America, and what that means. And I'm coming off the whole Atatiana Jefferson being murdered in her own house. And what y'all think, because I know at first for me, I was thinking, oh, it's just the black men. But now it's women. We done had Sandra Bland, our children. And then now you really can't even be safe in your own home. So I'll start with that topic and say, what are y'all thoughts about that? Because I know at first they were going to try to spin it, as they always do, to make the victim the problem, like a criminal. But the family got up on the news conference and said, if you do that, all war gonna break loose. Right. Because she wasn't that. She was pre-med. She was doing everything right. Playing with her 8-year-old nephew on a video game and got killed in her own house. Wow. So, Shell, what you think?
I haven't heard about the story until now, but just you saying race overall. It's sad that we're still dealing with that today. After so many, people have fought and did everything in their power just to make it that we're accepted. And we're still here today. And now it's almost like a killing session. I'm not the one for news because it's truly depressing. And I know it's going on. I'm not trying to be naive to the fact, I just don't want to be aware. But honestly, when you turn on the news, they give you, of course, the breaking news story, which is depressing. And then you get another story. Yeah. Our teams suck. Then that's bad sports. And then the weather is jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And then they give you one good topic at the end that you don't even remember because it was that quick. And then they said, we'll see you tomorrow. So just race overall. I hate how so many people have worked in their lives, died, and just tried to make it better. And we're still here today. We're still here today.
Q, did you hear about the story?
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of, for me, weird with this particular story because he was outside of her home. I don't know if he really even seen who he was shooting at. I just knew that he seen the shadow, and the second the shadow moved to do anything, he shot. So it was like I don't want to say with this, only this story, that it was intentional for her. But I feel like with these police officers, they need some type of mental evaluations or something for them to be so afraid of anything jumping, like you are in the wrong field to feel that way. You were the one walking around with a bulletproof vest on, not us. Right. So for you to be so ready, like any sudden movement, is scary. It's like we don't know to call you or not to call you, or you know what I'm saying? Like the person that called the police was concerned because the young lady, he's like, oh, it's a young lady, or she, whoever called, knew it was a young lady that lived there. The door is open. I'm concerned. It's whatever hours in the morning or however it was dark. I'm just concerned if somebody can do a welfare check. Which, okay, like, I don't feel like that was ill intent because they wasn't calling it on the actual girl. It was the fact that we just want to know if are they okay.
Right.
The police this fool came just reckless, walking around the back of the house. You're not even inside the house to see who you and you just shooting. I'm positive that's not how they were trained.
That's what I was exactly. Where's the training? Where it's like the training manual, the whole
nine. It could have been anything. Anybody.
It's just out the window. It's almost I do what I feel.
Yes.
So I feel like, Sean, because you're intimidated, I'm just gonna shoot your ass. I'm just gonna be honest. It's just how I look at certain officers.
And I thought if you're doing a welfare check, you knock on the front door first. Then if nothing happens, if it starts looking like it's a scene, quote unquote. Yeah. Then you proceed with caution, and then we go from there. Yes. But you come from the back of the house like the criminals, and then you shoot her through a window by her 8-year-old nephew, who's going to need counseling now.
Definitely.
So, like, where are we safe, or are we just being hunted? Because my husband made a good point. He said, if this was black cops shooting white boys and white people, it would be a whole we got to sit down now. We got to stop. We got to do something.
We got to figure something out. We're going to have a message from the president.
And I don't want to hear, just for the audience, I don't want to hear again, we don't know what happened before the tape started rolling. I don't care if the tape was rough. She was in her house. Even if we go to the Botham Jean story where you thought you was in the wrong apartment. I've lived in apartments. So have you, Q. Shell, I'm sure you may have too. After, let's go with the key didn't fit.
Okay.
We know it's not our place. We know even once we get in, you really know, unless you drunk.
Right.
And if you coming from off duty, you know it's not your place. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So how do you continue to get away with this? Because again, you still got away. You only got 10 years, and the judge even hugged you, and the boy's brother even hugged you. Yeah. I don't know how that go, because if somebody
because you know me exactly. It's like, you know me, I'm overly analytical, so I'm like trying to look at this thing from all different aspects of the situation. Point blank, period. She murdered this boy. Yeah. That's no question. And the fact that she got a murder conviction surprised the entire hell out of me. So for me, that was a step in the direction. And from what I hear, this cop that shot the Atatiana lady also got a murder conviction. So
he's got indicted.
Oh, he's got
charged. I'm
not
sorry.
yet. Okay, but I feel like with this lady getting this murder conviction, I feel like that was a little bit of hope for us, because a lot of people been getting away with just killing us for no reason.
But you know how people do things just to tone it down.
Smooth it over.
Yeah. Let's make sure that we're.
You gotta go down for this.
This one we gotta show that we gotta treat them the same. But the next incident that happens next week, tomorrow, God forbid, but we just know it's gonna happen. And then that one may not be simmered down. You know what I'm saying? It's just to pacify you for that.
And I also feel like even with that, I don't really feel like that conviction was being pacified. I feel like it was honest, because I had to look at the jury. The jury, we had a mixture of blacks and Hispanics and white people, and they made that decision to convict them
based on the evidence.
And it was all one, that everybody had the same opinion that she should be charged for murder. So as far as the 10 years, from what I feel,
the brother go hug you.
A deal was cut. Yeah. So let's be clear, behind the scenes, for him to even hug her,
definitely.
They got some money coming to them.
Yeah.
They got some coins coming to them, and they all was hugging and brushing her hair because those are her people.
Yeah.
She been on the force for however long, so they knew her. So they like, oh, it's gonna be okay, sis. Basically.
Yeah. We'll look out for you a little bit more. You know, we'll put you in a safe surrounding. Trust, she's gonna get some extra
the treatment.
Come on now.
The
Come
special
on.
treatment.
Yes.
It ain't gonna be as rough as
Yes.
you can go to Camp Cupcake on the low without nobody really knowing. Because at first, I know for me, when all this stuff started happening, you know, one of the things that like my white colleagues and stuff would say is, you know, it's just so tragic and blah blah blah. But I still don't understand why you guys don't trust the police. And I'm like, it's been happening.
Yeah.
Y'all
Right,
just getting the
you know,
video footage
exactly.
of it now.
Yeah.
Like back in '93, Boys in the Hood. Did y'all think it was just a movie?
Yeah.
They
They were-
did.
They've been doing it.
Come
They
on.
thought it was a movie. Like, no way they're getting treated like that.
They're here to protect and
Yeah,
serve, Michelle.
they wouldn't just have them laying in the street and for no reason. No. Come on.
We don't
but
know
we
the
know.
whole story.
Right.
We have to wait for the whole
We
story
just
to
made
be
this
released.
up. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even you saw it in Straight Outta Compton when they were stopping them, didn't know they was rappers. I don't think they really cared.
No,
But the
it
white guy
didn't.
had to come out and say, "Oh, they're with me. They're my rap group."
Yeah.
And then it's like Menace to Society was a whole different beast. So we ain't even got to go into that. But for me, it made me scared for my son at first. And it's like
Yeah.
now, really none of us are really safe. Because it feels like, even if it's not true, it feels like we're just being hunted as people. Like if we move wrong, if we look wrong, like if you have too nice of a car or whatever.
It's so much.
So my thing with the white people is you guys keep saying what we need to do, but we just black. We just black.
That's it. That's
And
it.
we can train our kids, because all of us really do, if y'all don't know. Wow, I'm so ghetto.
And it's
I
Sean's
am
phone.
so ghetto.
It's Sean's phone. Not
It is.
ours,
It
not
is. I'm sorry,
ours.
y'all. So you can say it's so ghetto, you don't trust the police, blah, blah, blah. But it's reasons for everything.
Yes.
And we're not just feeling this way just because it's by the way. And I'm personally going to go out on a limb and say, I fought the black. I got cops in the family. Q, you do too. I don't know about you, Shell, but I feel like all y'all at fault. If you don't say nothing and you know all this corruption is going on, you part of the problem too.
Yeah.
So what is y'all thoughts on, like, soon as something like this happened, they quick to go to the, Q was smoking weed. Shell had a gun.
Because they have to say something.
Gotta find something.
They gotta find something to make the victim the enemy in the eyes of the public, because now we're all looking. Another black boy got killed. Another black woman got killed at the hands of police. What happened? So now we got all of these questions and blah blah blah, and then comes out, well, it says that she was really depressed and then taking drugs, so she could be belligerent and this
From
and
a
this
single
and blah blah.
home and
From
just
All
these-
the ugliness.
Yes,
all
yes,
these
yes.
Perceived
stories.
ugliness,
Yeah.
I'll say that.
All of these stories and what. So I had watched I don't know if y'all seen it, but I watched the preview today of American Son with Kerry Washington. And when I tell you I was at work and I was shook watching that, because I am that person that I do shield myself from the news and things like that, because I don't want it to change the perspective of my mind of people of the different colors and races that I do love.
Right.
So, and it's like a lot of shit bugs me, and it would get to me so bad that it would piss me off. So it was a trailer of, it's coming on Netflix, and Kerry Washington was in her apartment talking to this white police officer, and she's like, my son didn't come home last night. Where's my son at? And the police officer sitting there like, okay, well, describe him. Do he have any tattoos? Do he go by any street names? This is this. And she's like, my son doesn't have a street name. And so she was like, well, contact Lieutenant such and such. He contacted, it was a white man came in and he stood there, and the black guy like, I mean, she went from 0 to ghetto in 2 seconds. Maybe you can talk to her. So this is the cop talking to the lieutenant. So the lieutenant go over there, like, we'll be all right. He turned around, where's my son? So this is a white man looking at and the officer standing there like, now the game has changed. So now this biracial boy is missing, and you thought it was just another nigga at the house.
Right.
Without, you know what I'm saying? So that whole track, when I tell you that trailer had me like, I was like, oh my God, I have to watch it. I don't be mad, but I'm going to have to watch it.
Let's go into that for a small second, because people don't understand, like, I don't even think a lot of us do the code switching that we have to do as black people.
Yeah.
To appear non-threatening, whether it's in a work environment or you're around certain people. And we don't even realize the mental fragility that comes from that because we have to switch up so frequently to deal with certain people. And one of the things I learned, like I thought me and my boss were like best friend. I mean, I broke bread in her house, Shell. I mean,
So
I
we
was
good. Like this is my look. Yeah.
And one of the things I learned is if we get to a place, hold on, hang on, y'all, hang on. Sorry. Hey, y'all, Tony.
And we're back.
I know it's ghetto, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So the code switching. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
So for the code switching, I learned from my boss that when it gets anything below the superficial nature of our relationship, when it gets to the point where you have to choose me, where it gets to the point where we're talking about Donald Trump, anything that has a deeper meaning, the switch up is real. Like I knew I worked my ass off, Shell, for this job to replace her. Okay. I worked my ass off. Okay. I was her right hand man. Right. And she comes in the office and tell me, "Oh, you didn't get it." Guess what, Shell? She hired her friend who needed a job.
Oh wow.
Her friend, her white friend. And then all the things started crumbling under all that to the point that she had to resign. It was so bad. But one of the things I said to her when she was telling me, I said, "I don't agree with this decision." I said, "I know it's because your friend, but be okay with the choice you're getting ready to make." Yeah. And she went, "What did that mean?" Be okay with the choice you're getting ready to make because I know. Right. Because I know whose I am, just like you do. It crumbled to the point that her career ended. Oh, wow. Real fucked up. See? Because of that decision. And they're still struggling today. Like bad. To the point that she would ask me to go help the site before she resigned. And it's like, I'm not doing that. I told you. You asked me about any other site but that one. But you hired her. That's your friend. Right. So you go help together. Yeah. So what do y'all think about the code switching that goes on that you have to deal with daily? Just to be non-threatening. You don't want to be the angry black woman, Shell and Q. I start with you, Q.
For me at this point, I'm used to it. It was for a long time how I was as far as with my anger in my mouth when I was younger working. I didn't care if he was my boss. I had the worst attitude, and it was just like, "You gonna fire me, bitch. I don't care." Do what you gonna do.
I don't
But care. Now as a mother, and I have all these responsibilities, and I really don't want to go to jail. I've been there. It's not fun. So I'd rather would just stay free. I don't know. It's like I'm used to it now. Like at my job, it's a mixture of people. But it has been situations where white women have tried me to the point that I had to tell my boss's boss, who was a white man, I have to step out and take a walk around the building a few times. And he's like, "Yes, just go cool off." I'm like, "Okay." Because if not, it was when I tell you it was happening that day, it would have been worth it for me. I was like, I'm about to drag this bitch to this fucking pond outside. And I was just so angry, and Q, you got way too much to lose. So let me cool off. And then when it came to let's have a meeting and see what's going on, I had to sit there like this. And I'm like, I just want you to know I'm very upset. This is what the situation is, and I'm feeling a type of way about it. And and she's like, "Well, if I bring her in here, will you do something to her?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do anything to her." Right. Like I had to be firm, because what you're not gonna do is do this shit again, because I may not be nice the next time. But I still had to be respectful enough to keep my position, because the second you appear threatening, we gone. Yep. Just off the strength. And then what's so messed up about it is that the same job, the bitch is fired now, but the same job, it was this little short white lady that used to work there, and she threatened to stab my friend. that also worked there. But she did not get terminated after they found out about it.
Wow.
She got terminated because her whole team went against her and said either she go or we go. That's how fucked up she was.
Not even from
But not because you threatened somebody. And I said that, I made that very clear when I was there. I said it's real interesting to know that I knew if my black ass threatened to stab somebody, security would be up here on this floor in 2.2 seconds to escort me out of here. But we can't be angry. We can't
even speak up for ourselves.
Can't show that.
We can't show that type of anger. Even if we're thinking it, we still can't show it because we're threatening. And I don't understand how. I know some white girls that can scrap and will beat the brakes off of me.
Like they got
it's not just us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not
but it's
just
the programming.
Us.
It's the programming. Because I did an exercise, a leadership exercise with a nurse, and I did the we had to be like, I had to be her subordinate, and she was my manager, telling me that I did a thing wrong. And then so we did it. And she said, wow, I wish you were on my team. I said, it wasn't the fact. She said, because all my nurses always had this attitude and all this. I said, the key to all of that is how you come to me, how you bring me the issue. I said, a lot of times, white leadership wants to overmanage us and treat us like we're ignorant children. And like you forget, these are nurses. They got degrees with you. You just happen to be the one in charge. So don't come to me with the whole accusing me like I did it. It could be a conversation. Maybe I had 30 patients that night and I was overwhelmed. Talk to me like you want to help me versus talking to me like you want me to lose my job. Right. It's how you approach it. So have you had any of this code switching situation, Shell?
Not really.
Really? Oh, you must have black on everything.
Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah.
Oh, look at
I thought so. I thought so with her because every time
she was like, it's coming to me, and I was like,
I mean, but it's okay. Cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Never.
But the strain of it, me being in corporate America and Q, it's a whole different level, and a lot of people have adapted to it, so they think it's just normal, and it's like no. Like when I got to take over my own team, they were like, I hate to use this term, but I always use, they were like abused children. Wow. To the point that I only had 2 white people on my team, and they were able to work remotely on every single Friday because the white manager was able to, she went up north every Friday. And so they were allowed that, but all the black people had to report. So now that I made things equal, they were like, man. But the people that, my peers, the white people, like, you not know house nigga, you not gonna come tell and snitch, and everybody know once you hit that corner, if it's about any of my people, I'm going to work because I done dealt with so much racist shit at this job. It's ridiculous, and people don't even understand the amount of shit you have to go through as a black leader in corporate America. It's ridiculous because they expect you to be the Uncle Tom that's going, or Stephen off Django. You running to tell, how this nigga get this leadership position? Hell no. I'm going to tell Master. Do he know you on that horse like that? Okay. So I'm just saying, it's a lot mentally. And so when you don't have like a labor job at Chrysler or whatever, to me, I would say for me and Q, you come home physically, mentally drained. Mentally just drained.
I can imagine.
Because you got to put up this whole front shell like, what you saw last week, how we, okay. We can't do that, girl. What you mean?
But the one thing that I have dealt with, and I love it, I almost say, wow, I can just imagine their ride home or their ride on that elevator. I love for you to think that I'm just that one that don't know anything.
Wow.
I love it because a lot of times in what I do, I'm speaking with people that's across, not even in the country. And when they actually come here and they like, you're Michelle? And I be like, yes, I am. How are you today? I got that Harvard voice.
Yeah.
But when you see me,
we all have it. Yes, we do.
Yes, so I love it because they're like, you know so much. You're so, yes. Because you assume, yeah. So that's what I love. I love to just have them just like, I never would have knew. I said, I know. So, yeah. But I commend both of y'all because I probably couldn't do it daily, you know. I commend you. But yeah.
Okay, well. Okay, so that was the only like deep topic I had for this particular segment because I felt like we needed to touch on it instead of acting like it's not touching us.
Yeah, it's there. It's unfortunately, it's like you say, it's daily, especially when you're in that environment. And it sucks, but for me it's just motivation just to help my sister progress with this independent and also my own shit so I can be my own boss. Like working for people that don't, you just a number to them and just a body, a worker. That's not what I can't do it forever. I mean, it's a check for now.
Right.
But
yeah, and I think I would tell any Caucasian person, I just think they always trying to figure us out.
Oh, yeah.
And I never see, like, people of color trying to figure them out because we already know what they're about.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't understand what it is to be a person of color in America. We're never going to see this country the way you do. No. We're never going to feel about it the way you do because you guys stand on a lot of propaganda to prop up your beliefs, which isn't accurate. And if I listen to all the propaganda that's given to us on TV and all that good stuff, I probably would hate Arabs, Muslims, anybody that's different from me. True. Based on all that propaganda. So that's not something I want to do because I know before y'all hated them, it was us. And it's still us. We're hated among everybody because we're the chosen. Just say it. So that was the heavy topic.
Gotcha.
Just, hey, Pam. So my next topic. Oh, yeah. I know you got that. Yes. So, from the sublime to, like, the ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about Pastor Wilson.
Oh, wow.
Pastor David E. Wilson. David E.
David.
Hallelujah. Woo! Oh, shut. David on the Honda.
Why, David? Why? All I want to know is why. Just why.
Here's the thing. So let's include our audience. So if you don't know, Pastor Wilson out of Texas was caught on video that was uploaded by his little side chick of him eating a box. And he was pretty good, you know?
Got ninjas out here ready to go to church. Like, maybe the
line at Bible study is out the door.
Yeah.
So and because I'm crazy, I'm making a thing out of everything. I told my husband, I was like, I'm just glad it was a chick this time.
Like it wasn't nothing different. Like wasn't Deacon Fry in the room with him.
And so when he was doing it, it was a moment on the tape because I watched it that he actually looked up at the camera ship, but he was like, I need to be in here. I got to speak in tongues right now. Okay? Yes, Pam, you got to look it up. What do y'all think stuff like that does to the congregation as a whole when pastors are living this double freaking life?
I feel
okay. It's cute.
I'm gonna let her take it too.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It ain't gonna take me long. I feel like a lot of these members of these churches put these pastors up on a pedestal like they God, not the fact that they are still men.
Stay right
at
there.
the end of the day.
Stay right there.
So it's like, why are you putting so much? Oh, like pastor is the closest thing to heaven, and he ain't. It's just another.
He is just another ninja.
Negro.
Ninja.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand why it was so shocking. At this point, I done seen the churches I've been to. I done seen all types of hold'ems.
I say, well.
So outside kids, sad bitches, all types of just craziness that they done got caught up on, and everybody.
But you never got to see it on video.
No. But you seen text messages and kids that just pop up.
Oh,
Go ahead, sis.
She in the right church now. She in the right church.
Go ahead, sis. It's on you.
Come on, it's just a hot mess. You know, it's just a hot mess. And we wonder why is it so hard for people to come to church.
Yeah.
Because look what the a la carte chart that you're giving them, you can get this done during Bible study. Or, you know what I'm just saying? It's sad. But the funny thing of it is, Watch how many people be at his service Sunday.
I mean, they want to see about speaking in tongues too, because they got needs.
But some people do things just to draw them in, you know.
I feel like be who you gonna
I'm
be.
still on the Kanye West thing. I ain't knocking, brother. You know, you want to sing a song, you want to remix it, and all of the above.
It's too cultish for me.
To me, it's like yeah.
I can't do it.
I would love to know how long does choir rehearsal take. How is it that y'all are not at work? Like nobody works, y'all just want to sing all day long. Is there a payment for this? Because you're taking me from here, there, and we just I love the music. I ain't gonna lie, I love good music. But honestly, this your lifestyle? Is it a check involved? Like Kanye, it's a reason why people do things, either to get your attention, either to pull you in. It's something or money. Like,
well, I think it was a couple of celebrities that went to his, I guess he called it Sunday service, and they were saying that he pushes a lot of his product. So he makes a lot of, and they said they felt pressured to give all this money in his services. I can't vouch for that because I've never been to one.
Yeah,
but
he just was here, right?
Yeah.
At Aretha Franklin.
We were at work like normal people.
Yeah,
and you came at a time where normal people go to work at. So I'm just
it's odd to me. I can't say it's wrong because I've never been there. I don't know the experience. It feels odd. It's especially after you got on the stage and said you sold your soul to the devil like a couple years before. Like I don't get it. That's just me.
I just think it's a gimmick.
Yeah, I just don't get it. That's
Reverend
just me.
Lick is a gimmick.
You think he did that for
Brandon.
members?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I just feel like with these pastors in the age that we're in, with technology, even though you creeping or doing with all the dirt that you're doing, it's gonna get out because of all the technology that's out here. And then you don't know the motives of the chicks or the dudes that you creeping with. A lot of them just want this bread. So you gonna cut me a piece of this offering, or I'm gonna put it on. I mean, he was going to work, Shell.
Baby, it's something too. He gonna have a class for it too next. I promise you, it ain't over. It ain't over.
Hell no,
and there's gonna be so many people at this congregation on Sunday. I
wish I could see it.
They gonna be there.
Just like the flip is Eddie Long. Remember Eddie Long when it came out? He was doing the little boys, and it was this whole thing. But he died so quick, Shell. That
and they just brushed it under like we ain't gonna do
like
no
it
more
never
research.
happened. And then we gonna put Jamal Brain in his place. So now he's the pastor, and it's like. Are we all like the black? I'm just talking about the black. Are we all that gullible and dumb?
They want They want people to think that we are.
Kier, what you think?
What?
Is the black church just gullible and dumb that we just take anything? Because a lot of people hear this stuff.
A lot of members, I feel, yes, I can sell you a bottle of water in the ocean real quick. Like
Yeah.
You just.
And literally, it's pastors that's selling water. It's some guy. He was like, something. I don't even spring water. I said he's selling water. Wow.
I got one better. You heard about the Jesus Nike? No. It's 3 bands. A band is $1,000, right?
Yes.
Okay, $3,000. Shell. It comes with like this gold tassel on it. It has supposed holy water in the sole that you can see, and it look almost like an Air Max.
Oh wow.
And it's for $3,000, and it's called the Jesus shoe. I'm not lying. Y'all can definitely Google it. I'm just saying.
Lord.
It's so sad. Honestly, like it's like beyond humorous at this point. Like it's so sad how these people are taking advantage of these people, but it's even sadder that they are allowing themselves to just be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like I sit up there, and I ain't gonna say no names because I'm just but I sit up there on Facebook and I see all these prophets and all this. Listen. She's so
through with it all.
Because he ain't called none of y'all. He ain't called none of y'all to prophesize over nobody.
Right.
Like, it's just, I'm sorry. It's just certain things. It is just my opinion. I ain't nobody. But I'm like, no, none of y'all was called. I'll sit there and I'll watch for entertainment. Because you lied. So let me just look at how you about to look today.
Oh my! So you ain't gonna get the water that's in the little vial?
No.
Shell, you ain't gonna get the sheet.
I ain't getting the oil, the sheet. None
The
of
oil
the
you put it all around your house. Okay.
Listen, like it
I cannot
really
donate
is
to
pitiful.
foolishness. I just can't.
It's pitiful at this point.
I can't do foolishness.
Okay.
It's like you just have to do this in order to be saved, or you have to do this in order. And all these people just worshiping these people, and it's like
Never getting to know the true and living God.
no,
Yeah,
the
just not
pastor
having a
is that's who
relationship
I
for
feel like
themselves.
that's who they worship. That's who they worship. So I'm like, okay.
Do y'all? But my thing is, don't be upset about what comes out. And one of the things I need people in church to just stop. Quit thinking that it's always the enemy and he just wants your pastor to just, be tripped. Sometimes y'all pastors ain't shit. I'm just going to say that. And y'all need to get a voice to say, maybe I need to consider what's being said. Maybe I need to look at the video. And if you see Pastor Wilson eating this box, you don't know that. Okay. I digress. I'm just saying.
I know.
Sometimes it's just God exposing.
That's true.
Period.
Yeah,
To get y'all fools to stop following this certain person. Stop. Just stop.
Yes.
Okay. So flipping from that to it's so much. It's so
crazy.
much.
Like we can go all day talking about them. These gay pastors with wives.
Yeah.
Talking about some, well, the Lord deliver me. First off, being gay is not a fucking disease. It's not. That is your sexual preference.
Delivered.
At the end of the day,
I'm delivered.
I don't care. If his delivered ass is still sucking dick. And that's that on that. That's just how I feel about it. I don't feel like it's a disease. If that's what you like, that's what you like. And you being saved or you going to church ain't gonna change the fact that you still looking at this nigga dick print when he walk past.
All right now.
So own it.
Or you sucked it last night and he want everybody to just believe.
I'm on you. On who you are. Don't stand up there preaching and trying to condemn gay people because you really trying to condemn yourself because you feeling a type of way being in the pulpit.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
just own who you are.
You hitting that nail.
Say it right. Stay right there, Pastor.
All right.
Evangelist.
Look,
I'm going to just say this. Pastor Wilson gives a whole new meaning to take your time, Pastor.
I can't.
Okay, let's keep related. So it's another video going around, Shell, about the naked barber shop.
I did not want.
I refuse to watch it.
I'm not about to watch that.
But
I just heard it, bro.
It leaped off the pages like I think last week because there was a flyer made, I think based out of Atlanta, that this guy was going to be opening a naked barber shop.
Oh,
I seen the flyer. I thought it was just somebody being funny or
right.
whatever.
And so this week, if you've logged on to Facebook, you've seen that a couple of videos have transpired. I don't choose to watch them, but I just listen to the descriptions.
Yeah.
And one of my friends on Facebook was like, they clearly don't need us.
Wow.
So
we are not needed.
We're not needed. And then this was the surprising thing to me. A lot of women said, oh, I'm going with my man to the barbershop from now on. And it's like, sis, if he gay,
it ain't nothing you can do about that.
He not just gonna do him this time, but next week he gon'
Why you at work? I'm gonna fit him in the schedule. That's what I want to do.
Shell, this the world we in, Shell. Come on, Shell.
I'm just saying, if you're... I'm sorry. I can't even finish it. It's ridiculous.
Shell is so...
That's just like me following my man to work because it's a cute girl that worked there, so let me make sure that he don't cheat on me with her.
Okay.
So you gonna follow your man to the barber shop because you feel like the barber gonna go ahead and get it in with him while you there?
You knew he was gay when he always wanted in your booty. He always wanted in your booty. Then he wants you to have a hairstyle like Daryl got and all that. Okay?
Wow.
A naked barber shop, and it's the flyer with the naked man in
and
front
he
of
cutting.
cutting hair. Naked.
Dudes. And you would think, naked barbershop, oh, it's going to be female strippers.
Yeah.
No.
That's
why
my
I
first
in my spirit and say, say no.
No.
You saw a whole bunch of barbershops.
No,
You've been to a couple with the grandkids.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense. It would have been on some freak shit, but it would have made more sense if they was naked women. Barbers.
Badass. Women barbers
doing hair and then whatever
niggas coming in the ear.
You know what I'm saying? But would it be men barbers?
Yeah.
With men patrons.
I'm looking your mind.
And you only going into the barbershop if you want to see it.
And also, I kept looking at different posts that had it, and it was dudes like, well, what's the video? It's like, nigga, you know what the video is. You just want to see it and get off.
And you know who cut hair at the barbershop. You know it. That is ridiculous. Wow.
Again, Shell, technology exposes a lot of things.
That's nothing to...
It is if you don't know your man like penis. And you know that he was lingering extra long on Pornhub when y'all was watching it that day. You know in the history of the videos what you seen. And he was like, oh, man, I just clicked the wrong... No, he didn't.
Nah.
You
come out the bathroom in that channel, I'm like, what?
You came out sweating though.
Oh my God.
Never mind. Just never mind. Never mind.
Why you drip? Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. I digress.
Wow.
Y'all got any comments? Let me know, y'all, because y'all quiet now. So, okay, Cheryl, you've completely been outdone this whole podcast.
I've never been this quiet. I'm over here stunned. I got a lot to think about.
This is y'all not watching the news, but I'm forced to because it's certain shit.
Do you see why I don't watch
but
it?
But as the podcast, we have to know what's going on with the world and not just think it's going to be a superficial relationship podcast today. But, they over here killing women in Texas. No, in their house. Sure. No, that could be us.
You're right.
So, okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes.
So, okay. This one is, okay. At first, I thought D-Wade from Miami, I just thought it sounds gay.
Okay.
So, it's been published this week that he's going to be transitioning as a woman at 11.
What?
And he posted a picture of Gabrielle, his baby daughter, and the boy that we thought all was gay, saying, "My girls." So his young son is going to transition into a female.
What? Wow.
And I'm at a loss because I feel like he's too young. And then I feel like
he's 11.
It could be a phase. It could be a phase.
Depending on what he's experiencing.
But trying to change your whole like, come on, no.
But the sad part, because of hearing how much they have supported him in this, it's going down.
I feel like he was exposed way too much too soon.
But he had his parents supporting him.
Well, that's a discussion that happened like online that I saw, Shell.
So does his mom say anything?
Well, the mom is kind of off to the side because, they've deemed her like mentally unstable at this point. Like she had, I think it was like last year or so, she was on the streets with a billboard talking about she need money and all this other stuff. And at that time, all the boys were given to him as full custody. And so one of the people on the internet that I was looking at was saying you have to look at the agenda that's been going around. Like this whole like gay agenda, and I kind of got into it with somebody at work who's gay, which is fine. And he was like, well, we need to be diverse. And I'm like, I get that, but what I don't get is it's always a homosexual on the show, but it's never a person of color. So which diversity are we doing? Like, why is that not equal? It feels like it's being more forced. And then when I hear it's being taught as a curriculum as LGBT history in schools, it's...
Oh, but we can't even get Black history correct.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going to be really diverse, like, where is the whole map, the whole thing of it? Why is it just that?
Absolutely not. If I find out that my son's school is teaching that, then I'm pulling them. Because, no, I will talk to him about sexual shit, period. I don't need you to introduce that to my kid for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. And I don't feel like that's appropriate. Yes, I don't feel like that's appropriate for you to take it upon yourself to decide, well, let's have a class about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because kids is kids. They curious anyway. So, you know what I'm
And
saying?
they're
And for me,
sponges.
yes, and I
Sponges,
feel
I
like for
always
me,
say
that just opens up a whole door that's way too soon to be open.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one of the school board meetings that I saw, and it was this lady, and she was voicing the same concerns, and she was just saying, what you're doing in your bedroom, I could care less about, heterosexual or homosexual.
Period.
She was like, sex education is about preventing like disease,
Yeah.
pregnancy. I'm telling you about
Yes.
the act itself.
Yes.
It has nothing to do about the whole gender,
And that's
all
my
of
issue.
that.
I feel like it's pushed so far. With my one of my favorite cousins is gay. He's a gay black man, and I have had conversations with him all the time, and he agrees with me that it don't need to be pushed like that. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen naturally.
Yeah.
You don't have to continuously push it, because I don't tongue kiss my man in front of my kids.
Okay.
Just because y'all kids. I don't have to
Right.
do all of that. We may kiss each other like a pet,
Right, yeah.
and go, but all that grabbing my ass and all that shit in front of the boys, like, no, we don't do that, just because it's like limits to what to expose your kids to. I don't need Javian, even though he's smart. I don't have to really tell him not to, but if he was a little slower,
True.
and he see Brandon grabbing my ass, and he go to school, let me grab this girl ass. Next thing I know, I get called to the school about sexual harassment and all this other stuff. Like, you have to be careful what you expose these kids to. And I don't feel like I don't like that. I don't like them pushing that whole drag queen storytelling shit.
And he's only 11.
Overkill. Like, for me, it's too much.
It almost feels, well, one of the shows I was watching is like, and we can only see a bit, you know, when you're rich and all into that particular lifestyle, you're exposed to way more. And we don't know what else is being pushed in that house, because it's okay. It's normal. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like at 11,
that transition shit for me is a lot wrong with it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to go into it too, with the hormone shots.
Like, come on, man. No.
But it could just be a phase. You know, you about to help support him in something that could
I don't
just
agree
be
with
a
transitioning
phase.
anyway.
Yeah.
That's a child or an adult. If you gay, you gay. But you still a
Stick
man.
with what God
and
gave
you still a woman.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it. I'm happy. That's why I'm happy that the gay men that are around me are still men, because it bothers me. Like, you was born with balls, bro. Like, you can still be a man and still like men. You don't have to be sitting up here with no wig on and all this extra ass shit. You doing something that you not.
I got into it about that too, Q.
It's like, that's doing too much. For me, it's just doing too much. It's not that deep for you to be like, like, why?
I said that you have reduced being a woman to cosmetic surgery and some hormones, when the way that I have been built is so much more complex than that.
Come on, say it.
I said if a woman could give up just the issues of being a woman for a day.
Yes.
You know how many of us would stop taking a shot or not get the whatever surgery you got? The way we're wired, the hormones that get released in us. We ain't gonna even get into giving birth and what that does to us mentally, physically.
The body.
The whole nine. It's like you reduced it to just you getting some titties and some ass, getting the hormone shots, and then now, because you softened your voice to a female. It's like, no, bro. That's not what a female is. And I'm standing on that. Like, I get if you're homosexual. Okay, great.
Right.
You a dude or a woman that like the same sex. Great. But when you start coming into my territory, and I feel the same way about women who want to be men.
Yeah.
They're wired differently. You're never going to be that.
Yeah. No matter how hard you try, how much makeup
So, from a hospital perspective now, Q. They're now saying it's whatever. You're a female, Q, because what the doctor assigned you at birth.
Oh, no.
So you can literally go into Beaumont right now and say, my name is Quenisha. I identify as male. And they have to register you as such.
Wow.
Because of what you say.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
I am so unaware. Oh my God, I am just floored with
It's
the
ridiculous.
It's so much.
And they can just do.
You have to, because it's almost like a civil rights issue if you don't acknowledge them in the way that they see
shit
themselves.
I feel like is mental. I feel like that's
It's a mental disorder.
shit. Because it don't matter.
Because if I see you as
That
a woman,
part.
I'm checking woman. I'm not checking man because you feeling a little testosterone.
And the only time we would, but the only time we would do like an unknown shell is if someone was born with like both sex organs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where you were ambiguous or whatever.
right.
We couldn't decide for you, so you gonna identify later with what you're gonna be. But now it done got so convoluted.
Wow.
Like even with the initials, the letter people, as Dave Chappelle called them, it's like, don't queer mean gay?
Yeah.
I don't understand all the letters.
That's the Q.
It's like, so why
Oh, the LG.
BTQ, the
So
letter
what's
people.
the L?
Lesbian, gay,
Okay. LB.
bisexual,
G.
what's the T?
LBG.
Transgender.
Yeah.
Q is queer.
Yeah.
Wow, I am being so informed today. Go ahead.
And so here's the kicker.
Tripping.
Y'all ready for the kicker?
Yes.
They're trying to add the pedophile love for kids onto that. I forgot what it's called, but you can Google it.
Pierre.
It's already in Greece.
Fuck. Oh. Okay. I was putting it up.
Just saying. In Greece, it's already legal because love is love. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just cute.
You like whatever you say. I'm with you.
I'm telling y'all what's going on.
Wow.
You touch my child with your old ass and putting you on the ground, and that's
Over
that.
and out.
Period.
Ain't no talking, and I'm not calling no police to solve shit. I'm putting you on the ground, and that's that.
Agreed.
There's too many old motherfuckers for you to go sniff after.
So
Stay
true.
away
I'm
from
just
my child.
informing Shell, and I'm getting Q's very violent reaction to all
Cause
this.
it's just sickening.
It is.
And I think,
I'm supportive of gay people.
of course, that's who you are.
That's exactly. You love who you love. Not everybody feels that way, but I feel that way. Like I feel like who you love. I feel like it's all sexual. I don't feel like it has anything to do. I don't feel like you was born that way. I don't feel like we were born with a sexual preference.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like over time, when you start to feel that
You went
feeling,
there.
you go one way or another,
Yeah.
and that's how I see it. I support that, but I don't support that extra shit.
I
Keep
just
the
ask you
wigs
don't
and
bring
makeup
it
off.
around
That
me.
ain't your place.
Yeah.
You're not a woman. You cannot give birth. You cannot do what a woman does at all.
They
So
try
it
so
doesn't
hard.
matter what surgery you have. You are a man at the end of the day, and I'm gonna say sir, and you're gonna be mad.
And talk in your regular voice.
Yes.
Please.
So as far as that and that pedophile shit, you can put that shit to bed. No, I ain't about to. I'm
Over
not.
and out.
I ain't about to.
Well,
entertain
that's
that.
a whole different topic, but you know,
Yeah,
like
no,
Donald
no.
Trump, you know, he was part of the whole Epstein thing. They was all messing with these young girls together. So that takes us into our final topic is the whole new masculinity shell. The new masculinity. Let me see if I
What you
still
mean
have
by
to
that?
pick.
Yeah.
So
Let me know.
Pharrell did a new cover.
I saw that. I was trying to
I
figure
seen
that
I was
out.
confused.
And I'll
Me
let,
too.
Oh, y'all can't see it. Okay, so Pharrell is in like a triple fat goose dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's
It's
saying the
yellow.
new masculinity. And so what I've done in my little research, Shell is so outdone. The new research is
This is the first podcast we done trumped her ass.
Yes. I'm over here like. na-na-na.
so even at like I think it was the Sacramento Kings got like a gift shop where it says for a black man to check their masculinity at the door because they consider it toxic. So if you're an alpha male, you're considered toxic because not that you don't support like homosexuality, but you're too manly. Like your man Q should be wanting to wear this dress that Pharrell got on. I don't know if Brandon want to wear it. He could want to wear it for the honeymoon. I don't know. But if he show up at the honeymoon, Shell, let's go to the
Baby,
wedding,
life
Shell.
gonna be different,
And Brandon
Shell.
is at the altar and this whole triple fat goose
That. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
waiting on you.
I got you.
I'm gonna walk out like, oh, I'm at the wrong way. I'm at
I
the
must have
wrong
made
way.
a left and stuff.
I had to go into the wrong room.
Yep.
Had to.
Y'all not with it.
No.
Why?
No, we don't play
Stay
them
in your
type of
lane.
games.
Stay in your lane.
It's the new
No, it's not
masculinity
new.
cannot
No, it's
be
just-
like
I don't know
back
what weird
there.
shit like these athletes. They be dressing all. I'm like
Or the-
the little pleated shorts up to here with, and I'm like, why? Why do you have to look? What happened to the old school when we was in school? How when we did away games, they had to go with the full suits and the ties on. looking real nice. What happened to that?
No addition. They ain't got that like we did.
Oh.
Just a classy man.
Yes. What happened to that? Now y'all showing up in damn long flowing shit.
Hair
with
laid better than ours. Got the
with
fried.
these big round sunglasses on, looking like.
Don't forget the purses.
And don't forget
Oh,
the edges
yeah.
too.
Don't
'Cause they edges
the
laid
purses.
down
They
better.
crossbody them purses, Shell.
And I'm like, what
Because it's
happened?
a man's satchel.
Because what happened was, Q, in order to make the
Steph Curry ain't
transgender, again, it's what values you're basing your life on. In order to make the letter people feel great, this is just my opinion. I'm not even talking about just straight homosexual. I'm talking about all the extras, your trans, all the confusion that comes along with that. In order for us to get men to buy into this, we have to change the narrative now. To
That's
like
stupid. Why
people
would
like
anyone-
your dad is corrupt and toxic because he's a man's man and man is alpha male.
Well,
It's
I'm sorry. That's all
what
I
it
know.
is. And
That's
Shell, if you don't agree, I'm not even saying you hate anyone because none of us hate those people.
you don't agree then.
I just don't agree with the
That's
particular
it.
lifestyle you chose. But you're labeled as a basher or a hater.
Yeah.
Just like the people that will beat them on the street. And it's like, I feel like that's not fair. You're taking my opinion from me.
Yeah.
So if I don't agree with this new masculinity that Pharrell is telling you that all black men have, which is wrong.
He got a full length.
You saw
know
it.
what I mean?
You don't want to see the other pictures.
I'm straight on that.
He got on the sweater with the fur that me and Q and you will wear. It's beautiful. Yeah. What's y'all take if y'all man come home with this new masculinity?
Ain't no take.
Ain't no taking it at
Ain't
all.
no take.
What you mean? Why
I'm not. Some things you just can't accept. I'm not
I'ma
going
be
to
like-
accept
I'ma be like-
foolishness.
Just come out the closet. It's okay. Come out the closet.
Just be honest.
Cause you can't like this cat if you looking like that.
Did she rhyme it?
She did.
Cat
She
and
did.
that.
She
All I got to
did.
say about the situation.
Shell, you've been super. I think I didn't.
Yeah, you
got her.
Michelle, y'all got Michelle good. But I'm gonna tell you this, that's not gonna go down in my life. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He can't hike up the dress.
Baby, we are not gonna be matching twins. No, we can, compliment each other with colors. But we're not gonna be both sit up here wearing formal dresses no.
One thing I appreciate one of the things I appreciate from my dad is how a man looks.
Come on now.
You're not about to come to my house like that.
You ain't gonna bring it.
What if I tell you, it's just new?
You're not gonna tell me that. No, because
This is
I'm
not
gonna know
gonna be a
that.
conversation.
Right, because I know that makes absolutely no
This is
sense.
not gonna be a conversation.
Oh.
It's not.
Why y'all can't just?
I'm not going with
Why
this.
you can't just?
How would you?
Why you can't just?
Sean coming up in here with a little purple dress on, down to the floor. What
This
you
is
gonna be
fashion.
like? It's fashion, baby.
One of the fellas,
What you gonna
one
say?
of the fellas at the job had showed me
And
this.
he hooked me up.
He hooked me up.
I bet he did. You was at the naked barber shop, wasn't
Period. Ain't nothing else to be.
That's what you
you? Okay,
really
even
leave
with
the
what
naked
Q was
barber
saying,
shop.
Shell, even with what Q was saying, like all these, like Cam Newton and all them, like he's wearing the whole Whitney Houston from The Bodyguard.
And blow your head a little face.
And it's like, as women, I get that you do certain things for the game because you want to be connected to that. I can't. My soul won't let me because
Give me
that ain't how I am.
school. I want the pants hitting that shoe, with the suit, the double. Give me that. Give me the cufflinks. Give me the app.
How many both taking 3 hours to get ready?
Nah. Even in that making me look at you like, nigga, you ain't got that much.
And he looking at his ass in the mirror just like you do.
Ooh, and taking selfies, baby. Something that's different.
I said, I'm like a nigga that
Something
posts more selfies than me.
It's a problem. Mm-hmm.
So y'all wouldn't be in denial that he's, Maybe
No.
he just liked the little back
Oh,
door.
They don't like it.
we gonna have a real
You
heart
tr-
to heart because I do love you. But what you not gonna do?
You gonna let me
We're
know
not
which
gonna keep
world you
playing
want
this.
to be in.
Yeah, we ain't gonna keep playing this game.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Why y'all can't
You
just-
about to just own this shit because I don't have time.
They won't go with it, y'all.
Absolutely not.
You can't.
Okay, so there was a lot in this podcast.
Oh,
It was.
yes.
We addressed a lot of
Because
issues.
I had a lot of emotions.
Yes.
And so I think the biggest one for me was the whole race thing, because that's something that's never going to end. I think it's very sensitive, because at first I was like, oh, my sons. It's like, oh, but me.
Right.
Yeah.
So with holidays coming, we have to arm ourselves likewise. And just be ready for whatever, because we really don't know. We can't think for other people.
Yeah.
What did y'all get out of the podcast?
Stay in your lane.
Ooh, okay then.
What God has blessed you to be, accept it. Don't change it. Just accept it. Like, I always make this joke, but I really mean it. Like, people say, well, why you don't lose weight? I say, well, God made me like this. He wanted me to be a fun size. Because I don't consider myself fat. I'm just a fun size. So who am I to mess with his work? I can tone up, true enough, but I'm not about to change this or enhance this. This is just how he designed me. And I got to love it in order for you to love it. So, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not wearing, my nigga is not, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, shit.
Because that dress thing really bothered me. really bothered me.
Why?
And then you gonna say, because it's a, what is it?
New masculinity.
No, wow.
That's crazy. You can't redefine masculinity.
You can't, with a dress?
That's stupid.
Ain't exactly, but
I
go
just feel
ahead.
like all this money just makes them dumb. I'm starting to feel like they bored, so let's create something else.
I need something to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you get out of it, Q?
Just turn on to Shell. Just really just own your shit. That's it. Own your truth. At the end of the day,
Because that started before the podcast came
that's
on.
what all our
Doing
topics.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Just own your truth
Own it.
with everything, and then
when
with the
you
race
walk
thing.
in the door.
With that, I just feel like what word am I looking for? For the race thing, it's right there. I lost it. I may find it again once you start talking.
Okay, well, what I got from it is, for the race thing, is we just have to arm ourselves likewise and not be naive to what's going on
That's
in the
it.
world.
Yep.
And also, if you really want to know what your non-people of color friends think, go deeper. Go deeper. You'd be surprised. Some of them Trump support, whatever. Race, whatever.
Mine not. I'm happy about that.
And it's rare, but yes,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
yes.
That's beautiful if it can be what it is.
Yeah.
The other stuff, I feel like a lot of this, like we were talking about new masculinity, I feel like these people have sold their soul. You know, I'm not saying that's who you were, but that's who you are now.
It's ridiculous.
You sold your soul. Again, being you is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Come on now. I love to hear that.
It is.
I
And
do.
whatever that is, whatever it morphs into, you're still that, because you're still you.
Absolutely.
It's just gonna make some people look at you different.
They
And just
already
for the
looking.
record, I don't want to go to the naked barber shop. I don't want it.
I'm straight.
I have my own Pastor Wilson. I don't need it.
You better say
I mean,
on the cold one tonight.
just like Shell said, y'all, stay in y'all own lane
Yeah.
and just do you. Be true to who you are. Be what the lifestyle it is. Whatever you created, that's what it is. And with that, I'll say thank you guys for joining us. Great. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
See ya.